However, this is a pretty large casting. It's not as big as that one. So is this about 8,000? No, this is actually a 6,500 T. The rear is 9,000 tons. Okay, so it's just about like, you got to like, when you think about tonnage, it's about how much metal you're moving within the platen size and how fast you're moving it. You can restrict that metal flow by like making bad feeds and bad directions. But you look at the flow, we have the biscuit coming in through the middle right there. And then we flow it all out and we do it like a river, because the reason we don't necessarily need to use the same amount of presses is because at Tesla, we have in-house die designers who sit right next to the guys who design the castings. They work back and forth in simulations to reduce the tonnage of the presses we use by integrating the design of the part into the design of the tool. Often, you see these people copying us, and maybe I'm giving it away, but they are engineers druid. When we first started, we estimated that we would need 8,000 tons for the front, but we were able to work through the team and make this front one using the same equipment as we make the model. So that's not too amazing. However, the rear one is too big, which does help with cycle time because it provides more even cooling throughout. That's the main issue. Cooling and warp age, everybody asked the put question, I mean, how much does this warp? And I said, well, it happens so quickly, it shouldn't warp at all. But yeah, I mean, it's really about how long we cool it in the D. You let the skin cool, and then when you pull it out, we don't have straighteners or anything. So how many presses are pushing these out now? We have one for the front, two for the rear, but as I said, we have model line ones. Yeah, so we have 4 of those swapped. The tie, yeah, but we only need 2. Like cycle times are down enough to make 5. 0, we only need 2 presses, 1 for front, 1 for rear. Do you bother with backup tooling? Then yeah, we swap the tools out, 3 sets of D so well, at least 2 if we're running one. Then we have 1 backup, otherwise we'll have 2 in and 1 backup, and we'll rework the one while we're, running the other 2. And, when casting machines go down, they go down hard. Yeah, right, so you got to get the tool out and get a new one in quick, right? Yeah, in an interview with Sandy Munro, the lead design team at Tesla revealed a startling revelation about the Cybertruck. So what's the big deal? It's all about Lars Moore's unexpected revelation, which may have gone unnoticed but could be the secret to Tesla's manufacturing prowess in a world where innovation reigns supreme. Get ready to delve deeply into the world of automotive innovation. Tesla has demonstrated its metal keep checking back as we examine how Tesla's revolutionary casting method. Not only are they leading the competition to produce hundreds of thousands of cars a year thanks to their backup tooling and production numbers, but we'll also talk about how this revelation could send shockwaves through the automotive industry, possibly even making a formidable Ford F-150 Lightning quake. Make sure to use the like and subscribe buttons before watching this thrilling episode. Here at Tesla, Insight Sandy Munro just did an interview with the Tesla lead design team about the Cybertruck. Let's dive into the intricacies of this groundbreaking revelation. The ability to produce the front Giga casting using the same size press as the one used for the Model I Giga castings was a significant revelation made by Lars Moravi that seems to have been somewhat overlooked. This revelation caught everyone's attention, and Munro also exclaimed, "This revelation highlights the remarkable capabilities of Tesla, not only in terms of their design engineers, but also their assembly line workers. Their ability to quickly iterate and adapt due to physical proximity sets them apart from the traditional approach in the automotive industry, and is one of the main reasons Tesla remains a formidable force in the industry. Force surpassing traditional manufacturers, the Giga casting, which has a tonnage of 6,500 for the front and 9,000 for the rear, is a substantial casting, though not as large as some others. What's fascinating about this project, though, is how Tesla manages the metal flow, which is similar to the movement of a river in contrast to previous attempts where engineers simply draw designs using triangles and trusses. Employees at Tesla who work closely with designers passed away. Working along with casting designers, this collaboration produces simulations that optimize part designs to reduce the required press tonnage. Remarkably, for the front casting, they can use the same equipment as for the Model I, demonstrating their innovation and efficiency. However, the rear casting is still too large for this shared approach. This innovation affects both tonnage and cycle time, ensuring more uniform cooling throughout the casting and addressing concerns about warping. Currently, they have one press for the front and two for the rear alongside Model I presses. However, because of shorter cycle times, only 2 presses are required to produce 5,000 units daily. This revolution highlights Tesla's revolutionary approach to manufacturing and design. When Sandy inquired, she discovered that they keep 3 sets of dies in good condition, with at least 2 of them being in use at all times. In order to keep the production line running smoothly, they must quickly replace the tools when a casting machine breaks down. You might be wondering why they need these backup dies. Well, if one is in use, they keep another as a backup so they can rework the idle die while the other 2 are in operation. It's critical, according to Lars, because a malfunctioning casting machine can have catastrophic effects on production, and there's a race against time to replace the damaged equipment with a new one. As a result, they always keep spare dies on hand, or as Lars described it, they constantly recycle, rotate, and repair the dies to guarantee flawless manufacturing. At first, Sandy inquired as to whether the Cybertruck's front Giga casting machine was an 800-ton machine. It was a 60,000 machine, the same size as the one used for the Model I. Lars quickly corrected her. This revelation is significant, since it indicates the Cybertruck's production process uses less room and runs more effectively. In addition, Lars mentioned that the factory has multiple Model I machines, which allow them to use those machines for Cybertrucks and Giga casting. This flexibility is crucial because, as Lars noted, these machines have a finite lifespan, and when they fail, they do so abruptly, causing disruptions in production. It's a pretty big deal. However, what truly left viewers in awe was the sheer scale of the operation. Observers couldn't help but marvel at the size of the operation when taking a tour of the factory. What's truly amazing about this entire process is how they've managed to improve the flow of metal through the Giga press. Imagine this metal being injected from the middle, flowing horizontally, and then quickly filling up the sides of the casting cavity, all within fractions of a second. The key is to keep metal from cooling down too much and causing blockages. Marvel at the Giga castings, especially the front one. The simplicity and efficiency with which it was designed were truly remarkable. Even though they might not have the technical expertise of an engineer, this design is the outcome of cooperation between the assembly line team and design engineers. It's similar to steering a river and letting the liquid metal flow freely. This relationship adjusted the procedure to achieve perfection. If we look at the outside more closely, we can see that the casting has beautiful, wavy lines flowing through it. These lines aren't simply for decoration. Without them, the casting wouldn't have the rigidity needed to withstand the weight and torque applied to it. Tesla has achieved a remarkably smooth design with raised ridges that offer an unobstructed path for the liquid metal to flow through. Traditionally, the approach would involve constructing the design with a complex network of triangles and meshes, much like creating a 3D animated character. However, all those triangles and meshes acted as barriers impeding the flow of the metal. This innovative method ensures rapid homogeneous flow, preventing irregularities or blobs in the casting. As the metal cools, its S-Series trucks have been the best-selling cars in the US for decades. So the potential disruption in this market is significant. Please share your opinions in the comments box below, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you like the video. We appreciate your time and hope to see you in our upcoming videos.